That's a good question. So we were actually in the education technology space. So we would sell things like 3D printers, laser cutters, robotics, coding tools into the classrooms for teachers to use for 21st century education. So basically, this all started when we were approached by Dr. Neil Naik of the KW Academy of Medicine in town here, and he came to us saying that they were having a shortage of PPE in the hospitals. And us having access to things like 3D printers and laser cutters, we had sort of heard some of the stories overseas in places like Italy where they were 3D printing parts for ventilators for COVID-19. So we had a lot of people approaching us knowing that we had access to 3D printers to see if this is something that we could help with. And what we ended up discovering was that we were in a position to use our existing tools to manufacture a PPE face shield, which I actually have right here. So this is the face shield that we basically designed. So we started by 3D printing these two parts and using our laser cutter to cut this shield. What we soon discovered though is that us InkSmith by ourselves, we did not have the capacity to print enough of these as were required just in Waterloo region alone, let alone the rest of the province. So that's when we put out that call to the community, both here in town and all across Ontario, for people to help us 3D print these parts. And then what that led to was the partnership with KWArtzlab. So we got to the point where we actually streamed off and started manufacturing a different version of the face shield that didn't include 3D printed parts because it allowed for faster production. But we still continued this 3D printing initiative with the help of KWArtzlab. So basically where the partnership is at right now is KWArtzlab is helping us facilitate the manufacturing of these shields. So what happens is people from all over Ontario will 3D print these parts. They will send them to us. We clean them, provide the additional materials, so the clear plastic and the elastic, and then we actually donate these out into the community all over southwestern Ontario. So that's the partnership, and KWArtzlab is helping us facilitate all of that in their studio in Kitchener. These are the two shields that we're producing. This one here is a fully plastic version that basically means we can produce it from one type of material very fast. So it's like under a minute to manufacture each one of these. And this is the one we're mass producing actually for the Ontario government, and we're selling into metropolitan hospitals. This one here is our community shield. So this one is manufactured with those donated 3D printed parts that people are giving us. We then provide the materials to assemble it and clean it. And then this one is donated at no cost to in-need hospitals and healthcare providers in our area. So those are the two ones that we are working on. So this is like our main business, and it's how we're funding the ability to do this donated project with our community. Good question as well. So this one here, the one that we're mass manufacturing, is allowing us to get hundreds of thousands of shields and PPE equipment into the hands of frontline healthcare providers. So this one we're able to produce at a mass scale that is then sold out to all the different hospitals who are looking to purchase PPE. However, we wanted to continue with this project, the Community Shield Project, because we feel it is allowing other people in our community to be involved in what we're doing. They are actually contributing to the manufacturing and the production of this shield that is then donated to places like homeless shelters, or places that provide meal services, or essential workers, or hospitals that maybe don't have the funds or the resources to buy shields like this. So this one is really allowing us to give back to our community, and it's been made possible through our community because we never would have been able to 3D print enough of these to get out the need of PPE that there is. And to date, I think we're probably approaching close to, I'd say, 5,000 units of these, and that's all as a result of donated parts from people all over Ontario, even outside of our region. No, I would say they both provide a lot of protection. So basically what the shield does is it acts as like a sneeze guard essentially. So any airborne droplets, if you're wearing this, and you can wear it with a surgical mask and with safety goggles or an N95 or whatever, it acts as another layer of protection. So they're both made from the exact same plastic material. The only difference is the manufacturing process. I would say it's pretty cool. Honestly, like I think we are just over a month in now. We just had our 1 month anniversary a couple days ago. It's pretty crazy. I don't think anybody on our core team, we were a very small team. I don't think anybody thought we would be where we are today. I think all of us are just happy that we are in a position to have the resources and we've been able to pivot as fast as we have been and we're able to make a difference. And it's been so amazing, not only getting these out into the hands of healthcare workers all over Ontario and the rest of Canada to protect them, but also the fact that the community has come behind us to help with this so we can donate these to people who can maybe can't afford to buy these ones. So it's been pretty cool. We are working with KWArtzlab to continue the production of this donated face shield. So if you go to our website, it's canadianshieldppe.ca, we have an information page about the community shield. And on that page, you can join our online community platform. So if you're familiar with the Slack platform, basically we have hundreds of makers from all over Ontario who have joined onto our basically an online chat room, and they're discussing all sorts of things. Well, our PPE initiative is one of them, but all of the 3D printers in Ontario who have joined this platform have banded together for other projects as well. So there's tons of people who are using their resources to help with things like face shields, or they're doing other 3D printing initiatives. So that's a really great way to get involved. Even if you don't have access to a 3D printer, there are tons of other projects on there. Or if you're looking to 3D print parts for us, we're still accepting them either by drop off if you're in town, or we're accepting them via mail. A lot of people have sent parts for us through Canada Post. So either one of those is a great way to get involved. We are just so overwhelmed with the support we've gotten from our community. Thank you to everybody in our community who helped us get where we are today, because we wouldn't be in a position to manufacture this shield at mass production if it wasn't for the community coming behind us for this movement. I think one of the things that sets us apart is that we were really early out of the gate with this initiative to produce PPE in the region, and that's how we've been as successful as we have been today. But it wouldn't be anything without the businesses, the organizations, and the people in Waterloo region that have helped us get where we are today.